Alright, folks, we're back for day 13 of 30 days before Halloween on Adams for the Love of Movie Picks. Day 13's category is going to be vampire movies. I know this is a highly favorite category of a lot of people, right up there with the zombie movies and the like. The first one I have is probably one of the most terrifying vampire movies I've ever seen. 30 Days of Night, starring Josh Hartnett and Melissa George. It's also got Ben Foster in it. I'll just read the back of it for the premise. Josh Hartnett crossed over to the dark side in this bone-chilling adaptation of the cult hit graphic novel, brought to the screen in all its demonic glory. In a small Alaskan town, 30 Days of Night is a natural phenomenon. Very few outsiders visit until a band of bloodthirsty, deathly pale vampires make their arrival by savagely attacking sled dogs. But soon they find there are much more satisfying thirst quenchers about human beings. One by one, the townspeople succumb to a living nightmare, but a small group of survivors, at least for now. The vampires use the dark to their advantage, and surviving this cold hell is a game of cat and mouse and screams. So what I think makes this terrifying, besides the fact that it's literally 30 days of having to put up with vampires, is the fact just how vicious they are. Like, this isn't your Nosferatu vampire or the Bram Stoker's one from the 90s. I'm trying to think who played the vampire, but you know the one I'm talking about with the weird looking hair. This is like these are almost like animals more than they are vampires. Like they're that close to just being primal. The look of them is terrifying. They got massive razor sharp teeth and claws. They're incredibly strong, almost indestructible, and just in the manner in which they slaughter the townspeople is just gory. It's terrifying, and it's just a great vampire movie. Highly recommend 30 Days of Night. Next up on the list is kind of a strange one, but it's still good. It's Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Now, this one here is just an interesting premise. I mean, it's obviously a fictitious story. I mean, it uses some real-life stuff in terms of the real life of Abraham Lincoln, but the fictitious part is that in secret he hunts vampires. Vampires are a real thing that very few people know about, and he hunts them. You think it'd be a really strange concept, but the way it's put together is very well done. It's tasteful, and it's just, a very good watch. It's great action sequences, great storyline, great acting. Highly recommend Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter if you've never seen it before. And the only other three that I really got kind of all fall together. You got Blade, the original Blade with Wesley Snipes, Blade 2, and of course Blade Trinity. They're all pretty good in their own right. I mean, everybody knows, if you don't know the story about Blade, basically Wesley Snipes is a half-human, half-vampire hybrid who is, to avenge his mother and also what's happened to him, takes to a life of vampire hunting. It continues into number 2. And probably the one that a lot of people don't like, but I actually like it, is Blade Trinity. You got Ryan Reynolds in it, Jessica Biel, Parker Posey, Dominic Purcell, and also Triple H. Chris Christopherson, I think, is throughout most of them. Blade Trinity, for me, is interesting because of the fact that it introduces Blade against Dracula, but not in the sense that you would think. He's super old, much older than, like, Bram Stoker, and, he has the ability to shapeshift, to become any creature, any person that he wants, and, he's immune to sunlight. It's just an interesting story, and I like Blade Trinity, but all the Blades, in my opinion, are really good, so highly recommend any one of them. Now, being that these are vampire movies, these are not for young audience, obviously rated R, every single one of them. The Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, you might get away with a strong 14A rating, but, pretty much I think they all should be R, but I recommend any of them. If you've never seen them, definitely check them out. And if you have seen them, see them again. You won't be disappointed, folks. Take care. We'll see you very shortly for day 14.